Hello, this is KMB Comer, and today what I have for you is an automatic stable system for your horses. So basically what it's going to do is when I ride in there, it will automatically trap my horse in there, pen him up with a fence gate, and it will also automatically dismount me from the horse, and then I can just nicely walk out. So let's give it a go here. So I run in, get dismounted, and I just get to walk out. So let's see that one more time, since I was flying when I got off the horse. So we go in, get dismounted, and I just get to walk out, and the horse cannot escape. So let's see how this works. So before I get to the tutorial on it, we'll just go over just a couple quick concepts. So how it is automatically dismounting is using water. Now the horse, when you're riding a horse, you don't get dismounted just by going into deep water, like this 2-block deep water. It actually is when your head of your player model collides with water, so it has to be 3 blocks high. So if I run through this water right here, I'll just get instantly dismounted, and I won't be able to get back on as long as he's standing under the water. But yeah, so that is how the dismounting part works. Secondly, this is a concept people are probably familiar with, but when you're riding a horse, your head is 3 blocks high, just like with the water. So that means you can trigger a tripwire with your head that is 3 blocks up, just like we see here. But if I'm not on the horse, just have him alone here, he won't trigger that tripwire. I can drag him through and he won't trigger it unless he jumps, of course. And then the third concept here is the fact that horses, they have a big hitbox. They can't get through a 1 wide gap like this. They can't even get through a 1.5 wide gap. This is fence posts here. Whoops, just broke it. And stone here, can't get through there, but they can get through a 2 wide gap. Which means that they can't get through a fence gate, just like this. They'll get stuck on it, and even if there was no fence beside this, they'd be able to get through that. But if I replaced this with stone, oh no, that's still a 2-block wide, of course. Yeah, that's that's how it's working in there. So this is what the blocking system looks like. We have a gate and then a gap, and they can get through that. But then as soon as we close the gate, no, they won't be able to get through. We'll make it a little taller there. Now we can't get through. So that is the concepts behind how the whole thing works. Now let's get on to the tutorial. Okay, what we see here is a cutaway version of the stable that is down there, and this is not going to be a block by block tutorial, but I'll give you guys a good view of everything that's involved so that you can build it in your survival worlds. So first of all, here we have a tripwire that's 3 blocks up, and then we have 1 block gap, and we have another tripwire there. So it's 2 string in between tripwire hooks onto blocks, and then, okay, on this side, this is the gate mechanism. So the gate is here, right in between the 2 tripwires at ground level. And when either one of the tripwires is hit by the player's head, it extends this piston downwards with the redstone block that powers this wire here, which just goes into the block directly under the fence gate. We can see it right there. So yeah, it powers that and opens the gate. So you can see that there and there. Doesn't matter which tripwire I'm in, powers the gate, but when I leave, it doesn't. So if the horse is in here, it'll be underneath the wire and the gate will be closed. So that's the gate mechanism. Now let's get on to the water mechanism. So what the goal of the water mechanism is to trigger it only when the player enters and not when the player leaves. So we have this little setup here. It's kind of like a one-way gate. So we have a torch on the side of each of the blocks with the tripwire hook on the other side, and it goes into this repeater. And this is this just creates an AND gate with this torch right here. So as long as both or either of these torches are lit, this torch will be turned off right here. But as soon as both are, or as soon as both are off and this wire turns off, this torch can come back on. But this repeater here provides enough delay here so that you have to trigger it this one first and then this one. If you trigger them same time on the tripwire and then both off at exactly the same time, it won't trigger. If you do that very quickly, let's just get a little demonstration. So I'll just put the buttons on like that. Get a torch on the side of there. This is the same block, just the other side of the torch. So if we just hit one, torch doesn't come on. Just hit the other, torch doesn't come on. If we hit it in this order, torch doesn't come on. We can do it a little bit quicker than that. But this order, torch does come on. And the buttons are not a perfect test because the tripwires, they have a very quick response time to being triggered. So, you know, a button, I depress it, stays depressed for a second. Tripwire, as soon as I leave it, it loses its power. So this little one-way AND gate is what triggers the water on the way in, but not on the way out. From there we go into this repeater here, which goes into this monostable circuit. So it's just an upward facing sticky piston, gets powered for a split second, lets a signal through. So this repeater is on just 1. This repeater also on 1. This repeater pushes power down through this block to this wire here, and we just have some half slab wiring here to distribute the power upwards. So it goes first up to here. It comes up the wire to this repeater, which is also set on 1. This repeater pushes power through the block to that dust right there, and that powers this dispenser here and also this one through this block. So that shoots the water out, and then we have this repeater here. So 2 ticks later, this one's set to 3. It powers both dispensers again, pulls the water back in. So we just have a water bucket in each of those. And that is about how the whole thing works. I compacted it as much as I could. It's fairly compact. All the blocks along the edge here, this one not included. Let's see here. Just trying to take a look here. Yeah, as many of the blocks as possible around the edge I made as actually we can change that one. all the blocks now. All the blocks at the head level for the horses are stairs, so that if the horse manages to glitch into any of the blocks at the side while he's in here, he won't suffocate. So stairs here, 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 glowstone here and here. So there should be no suffocation risk for the horses in there. So you can disguise it really nice. And yeah, that's about it for the whole thing. We can go back down here and demonstrate it one more time here. Or yeah, let's get dimensions. So the whole thing is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 deep, if you don't include this kind of decorative bit here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wide. So it's not tiny, but it's not huge either. You know, you can probably fit this in some places. It's only 3.5 high. So I'm planning on building some of these in my survival world, in my LP world, and hope you guys find this useful. I know I will like using it quite a bit. Don't have to tie horses up or get them into a pen. Don't even have to dismount. You just have it do it all automatically. So thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed this, you might enjoy some things that I do in my LP. So don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.